The SoftCo system has now transformed the authorisation time from roughly 3 or 4 weeks down to, on average, 3 or 4 days. Senior management were very happy with the new process. From a financial perspective, we were able to reduce costs because we eliminated the need for so many temporary staff, and we were obviously able to claim much better settlement discounts. Phone calls coming into the team chasing payment reduced by at least 50%. Instead of chasing paper everywhere all the time, we were able to do a lot more added value work, such as supplier statement reconciliations and chasing debit balances, lots of things that we didn't have time to do before. Home Retail Group is the UK's leading merchandise retailer. We own Argos, about 600 stores, and Homebase as well. Non-merchandise payables team, which is part of central finance, is based in Milton Keynes, and at the beginning of the process we had about 25 people in the team. We were looking after something like 33,000 suppliers and processing in the region of 140,000 documents per annum. The average time for an invoice to come into our department, be sent out to be authorised and then come back and be returned to our department was something in the region of 3 to 4 weeks. So because of the way the process was, we had poor visibility of where the invoice was at any one time. Very labour intensive, inefficient and very manual. The SoftCo process now is a much more streamlined, efficient process flow for the paper. We receive the invoice from the supplier, and the first thing we do is we actually scan the paperwork so that we have electronic images. Once the invoice is registered in the system, the workflow system then sends an email to the authoriser telling them there is a document waiting for them to authorise. The user is then able to access the SoftCo system to check all the details, whether the coding's correct, whether the supplier's correct, whether the amount of money is correct, and then they can authorise it to be paid. The added advantage of the system now is that we have full visibility of what's happening to that document. Following the implementation, we got lots of very positive feedback, and one of the things my director used to say to me was she knew the system had been successful by the level of complaints that she wasn't getting anymore. The SoftCo team were really good to work with because they listened to our ideas. We kept changing our mind fairly often, and they were very flexible in changing those processes. I think anybody with a manual system needs to automate the system, and certainly I would recommend SoftCo as a solution to that.